It's like the censored bar.
Hey, you remember this old thing, huh? Now this is the Jonathan Gross rifle. And some really cool things are going to happen with this rifle in the next year. I've been talking to Mr. Greensleeves about getting a pattern cut to match this, because you see how it's got this big,
right up in our
huge. Now
faces.
quit touching it.
You're out of frame.
You're
up this close to the camera.
Get back.
If you can't see the top of your hat, you need to back up. Top of your hat, back up.
I can't see the top of my hat. Well, okay. Here we go.
He's never going to learn.
Listen, I want you to see this beauty, because something cool getting ready to happen. Now, this is a very, very, very controversial subject.
Very, very, very controversial.
Now, shooting old original rifles. Don't do it. If you got an old rifle at home, don't shoot it. That's a pat good answer. However,
we're going to shoot it.
Being us here now, we can't let it good enough alone. We pulled the plug on this thing. This thing's solid. We give it a look. I proofed it in here with 10 grains, and then I cut it back to about 6. We're going to shoot this thing.
Who's shooting it, you or me?
I'm going to shoot. Somebody said, let's see what Pap can do. Well, I'm going to show you what Pap can do. But I got a 150-year-old rifle here, but I'm not asking for any handicap, okay? Now, we will cast a few balls here that look like Easter eggs. This bore here is as rough as a piece of sandpaper, but I got confidence in Jonathan Gross. So we're going to get this thing out here, and we got a target set up out back. We're going to pop a few off. Now this, do not do this at home. There's about 100 ways that this screw you up. But I'm old, I'm married. If something goes wrong with me, I mean, what could possibly, you know?
Maybe I should shoot it, because I read this thing the other day that if you have a really cool scar, it increases your risk of finding a cool partner.
Yeah, but not in the face. Not in the
I'll
face.
just continue to get him on my hand.
I saw a man was kicked one time and faced the horseshoe.
It's bad?
Well, he ain't lined up to be on the dating game. That's a fact.
He's not getting asked for singles dating shows like yours truly.
No, Jenna, a singles show called her and asked her if they could be on it. Then they found out that she is as mean as a rattlesnake, so they said, no, we ain't taking you. We ain't taking you.
That's really not true. When they asked me if I was interested, I said, how do I know this is a real thing? Tell me a riddle. And the lady was like, I don't know any riddles. And I was like, we can't be on a show then.
You don't know a riddle. We don't want you on here, right?
And I was like, I'm out. And she was like, everybody wants to be on TV. And I was like,
I'll tell you a riddle from my childhood.
Not for you.
Riddle Marie. What's a little boy hold in his hand when he goes out to pee?
A doorknob.
The doorknob, because he's afraid of the dark. Now all your nasty minds need to get off the air.
I was scared which riddle you were going to say. I was trying to tell you, like, kids will watch our show.
Yeah, well, a doorknob.
Hey, do you remember that little girl that watches it with her dad? What was her name? Abigail?
I do remember Abigail.
We're hoping Abigail's going to watch this episode.
So stay tuned. We've made a target. And guess what the target is? Tell them, sis.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. I drew it for you. I drew you a fox squirrel. Now remember, shooting squirrels, only one place counts. What's that?
The head.
The head. Shoot anywhere else in the head, you're a rube. Drag this squirrel in here, got shot. No sir, Bob Dixie. We're popping these things right in the head.
No sir, Bob Dixie.
So
Heard it here.
We're going to hold a fine sight picture on this head with this 150-year-old squirrel rifle. We're going to see what she's got left in her.
I want everybody open. Look at him, open both. I want to remember him with 2 eyes. Take a quick look.
Now, I wasn't that good looking to start out with. Fact.
All right, here's the squirrel target that we got set up. He's getting his safety glasses on and making a quick addendum to his wheel. I told him to just write in the bottom that J&W gets anything cool, gun related, explosive, but I don't think that my brother Johnny really wants it anyway, so we're good there. All right, let's see what he's got. So how close to the head do you think you're gonna get?
Oh, I'm gonna shoot right in the head.
Like in the eyes?
Oh, well, I don't know about the eye, but I'm gonna shoot in the head. What? We're about 25 yards. That's a good range to do.
Gut shot.
Shot him right in the eye.
Let's go check. It's going to be a little Blair Witch project-y for a second, but I want us to be sure that you don't think that we have doctored up the filmage. Oh my gosh. Let's look. Where's it at?
Shot him right in the eyeball
Oh my
there.
gosh, that counts, I guess.
That's right in the head. That sends him straight to the butcher shop now, I'm telling you. He'd be right in the hunting bag. Let's try again, see. How about that? We'll see. Make sure that wasn't a fluke.
I don't think you tempt fate.
Huh?
I don't think you tempt fate.
What?
I don't think you tempt fate.
Can't fake.
Oh my gosh. Take your earplugs out, old man.
Let's go back over here. I can't hear you.
Good Lord. No shot.
Yep, that's the one.
No shot.
Yep.
Notice I took my earplugs out.
Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? We'd be having squirrel gravy in the morning if I was at the wheel. Take a look here.
My shot. Dad's shot. Dad's shot.
Yep. That last one would have just grazed right across the top of his head. He killed him, but he wouldn't even know his hit. He fell out in your pot, wouldn't even draw blood on him.
Yeah, we would have had to got Zapper's Pizza.
I'll tell you what was, no we wouldn't. What are you talking about, Willie?
If it was that shot right there.
No, it went right across the top of the skull.
No,
I'll
it's
tell
not
you what
touching
threw
the
me off, there
skull.
wasn't no dog barking. Usually when I draw a fine bead like this, there's a squirrel dog barking. That holds me steady. I didn't hear no dogs barking, but I was tickled with this old rifle. And we was holding right here on this black spot, of course, and dropping them down in the head. This thing shooting just a little high for our eye, but
And it's actually, it's pretty dark.
yeah, it got a little dark. This don't have any notch, but we were still very proud of this rifle. I mean,
Steely
I'd
eye.
take it to Squirrel Woods today. So if you had a dog here, because we ain't got any squirrels either for him to tree. But if he treed one, I'd just put it right up there like that.
We've only got boomers, right? Boomers?
Yeah, I may have to start hunting gorillas. I've heard that's what you want to hunt, because they go up a tree and they're big.
We are never hunting a gorilla.
I guess not.
We're not that type of folk.
For gorilla hunting?
No.
Anybody
We don't
got a
hunt.
gorilla
We don't
dog
hunt
out there?
gorillas. We don't hunt zebras. We're not
No?
going on no, absolutely not.
What about a gorilla dog? If I had a gorilla dog, I'm telling you.
No, we don't hunt. We're not that type
Look
of
out
folk.
yonder, I'd shoot him. I'd shoot a gorilla out on a little old 40-pound
Those aren't our
dog.
people. No.
No?
Mm-mm. Nope. We're
Dang it.
strictly
Looks
shoot
like
and
my
eat.
horizons is quite limited. doesn't
Shoot
it?
and eat.
Shoot and eat.
Yeah. If you're willing to eat a gorilla, you can shoot one.
Lord, I don't know how I'd get the hide off of him.
If a bear is greasy, can you imagine a gorilla? You
Yeah.
could. You're soft. The moment you saw that gorilla had a palm, there's no way. You're soft.
He'd be waving, I'd shoot. Don't shoot, please. I'd shoot. No, I wouldn't. But I would shoot a squirrel because I'm hungry for him. I'd shoot. In fact, you need 2 for gravy. Don't be shooting one. You need 2 squirrels for gravy.
Don't you have to soak the squirrel in milk?
No.
What do you do with it?
I'm not giving the squirrel
But I thought you
gravy
soaked. I
recipe
know.
away.
Not. I know. We'll talk about it after the. I thought you soaked it in something, the meat first.
No.
Maybe that's why it tastes so terrible then.
Nope. It's ready to go. It comes right out of the bag ready to go, just like in 7-Eleven burritos.
It does not.
That's what
I
we
remember-
always said. We shoot a squirrel out. I always said something funny. I pick him up like that and shake him. And I said,
Let's get you out of these wet clothes.
let me get you out of these wet clothes. That's what I always say to
I
him.
remember being scarred from that.
Hey, my old dog
And
killed
then you
1,000
put your
squirrels.
fingers in its mouth, and then you turn it inside out.
Yeah, Bill Lilly, her grandpa, taught me how to unzip a squirrel. And while you're standing there talking, I can unzip one, not put one hair on him. Now cut him up a pair of scissors, put him in my hunting bag. I don't carry these things home for the rigor mortis to set in, me fiddling around with them 3-4 hours later. I do it right on the spot. All I bring home is the meat. I leave the rest in there for the possums.
How long's it been since you've had squirrel gravy?
10 years.
Think
Since
you're
I
going to
come
eat
up
some
here.
when you go home?
I'm going to eat a couple this time when I go home. But I heard some bad news. One of my friends, his old squirrel dog, took leukemia and died.
That's horrible. Whose?
Cornbread. That's old Cornbread's dog. Took leukemia and died.
Cornbread's dog. Cornbread's the owner?
Cornbread, that's the owner. Cornbread.
What's his dog's name? Pinto? No, what's the dog's name?
Donzie?
Donzie.
I believe the dog's name was Donzie. Cornbread's dog's name Donzie took leukemia
Look at the cook
and died.
Took leukemia?
So we'll have to get a hold of somebody else that's got a
Well, let's just have a moment
dog.
of silence for Danzy.
Well, we ought to.
We ought to.
We ought to think about things like that.
My hair looks terrible.
I look pretty good. I'm lucky to have a hair on my head.
You really are. All right, well.
All right,
we'll
see you down the trail. Now, you know we're coming home soon.
At the end of this month.
And if I can round up all my pards, I'm going to try to get Les to take us on a coon hunt.
All three of you.
Yeah, what ain't dead or incarcerated.
Like I said, all three
take
of
us
you.
on a coon hunt, and then maybe we'll go over on the farm. Maybe we'll hunt some squirrels if we have any. I'm hoping to have a bunch of boys with me.
This line up the middle of this thing makes me and you look like we're in two different.
We are. We're in
two
split
different
screen. I'm actually in Coolville. She's over at Lowville.
We look like we're on split screens.
Yeah. Anyway.
We're gonna look at some Colts when we get home too.
Colts.
1911s.
I'm too old for Colts. I can't break no more Colts.
1911s.
Oh, 1911 Colt. Yes, indeed. Yep,
but I was depressed when I heard, well, I didn't hear, I just remembered that I can't buy a gun in West Virginia anymore. That's sad. Because there's no guns up here I want to buy.
No, they don't. This is a no-gun zone, truthfully.
I mean, no cool guns.
Coolest gun in Alaska, I'm holding in my hand. Except for Phil Shoemaker's 1923 Obendorf Mauser. That might be the coolest gun in Alaska. But this one's second coolest. Listen, we'll see you down the trail.